You know, the thing about it is this, the ruling elite, and I think this is important for people like us to try to guide people. The ruling elite wants to point to individuals. They want to point you to people. It's Trump. Well, you know, if we would just replace everybody in Congress, then everything would be fine. You know, we just replace the Congress members. If the problem is that we've got the wrong people managing this system, the system would be fine. And in fact, they've been almost from culturally or almost like they've been taught almost like a religion that the America and capitalism and the form of capitalism, that what we have is great. What we have is the best, to the point where they will look at a country where 87% of the people vote for the president. They love the government. They'll look at China, where over 90% of the people look at the government and say, we approve of what they're doing. They're making our lives literally better. And they will say those countries need to be more like us. At the same time, if you ask them, what do you think about your government? It's crap. Your leaders, they're garbage. The system, but they've been so brainwashed into believing our system's the best that they'll say their system's the best. And they have to feel that and they have to believe it. It's like, if my system isn't the best, then it's terrible. It's like, I can't evaluate other systems based on you know, how well it works for the people or how stable it is. I have to have this religious cult-like belief that my system is the best and hold on to that. And one of the problems that happens, I think, and you got to watch this, you have people like me, you know, you probably heard the old Malcolm X, where he said, you know, the field slave sits there, and when the master's house catches on fire, the field slave prays for wind. When the master's house catches on fire, the house slave, who is close, who is benefiting from that hierarchy more, helps the master put the fire out, right? So the revolutionary-minded person says the house is on fire. And we predicted it would be on fire because this is the way, this is what this system does. It burns itself down eventually, right? We know that. We've been telling you it's going to do this, right? And the other guy says, oh no, the system's in trouble. And then they're tempted to try to save the system. They will admit that the system's screwing them, that the system's murderous, going on in the world, that the system is terrible. But they feel like they got to try to save this system, not realizing you can't save the system. We told you, this is what it does. This is the nature of this system. This is the way it works. Sorry, bad news, nothing you can do. But they want to hold on to it. They look back, but 25 years ago, it was fine. If only we could take it back to that. Make America great again. Let's go back to 25, 30, 40 years ago, right? We're going to take you back to the time when jobs were good. But if we were to go back to that time, in reality, they were overthrowing the government of Nicaragua, killing African leaders. At that time, why was the government here successful? Because they were robbing the hell out of people, stealing their bananas, their cacao, their everything they could, right? And if you were to go back to that time, you would only end up here again.